Game Up Hard Hydration. It's like your favorite sports drink and your favorite seltzer came together, merged together, had a baby, but it's so much better. Tell them about it.
It comes in an 8-pack, 4 great flavors: fruit punch, orange, lemon lime, and grape. And most importantly, guys, it's only 110 calories per can, so it's low carb, so you don't even have to worry about drinking it. You can just enjoy it.
TNA Genesis. This was very interesting because this week there was the announcement that WWE is going to be working with TNA, and Genesis got co-branded like TNA NXT Genesis not too long after that. As the card stands right now, there's not a lot of crossover. Who do you expect to see tonight? What NXT involvement will we have?
I don't know, but if you're asking me to give you some kind of guess, I'll just go with, all right, I'll go with a couple guess. Roxanne Perez, even though I think she's coming up to the main roster soon. I'll say she makes an appearance here. Charlie Dempsey, because Dempsey seems to like makes appearances everywhere. TNA, Bloodsport, All Japan, you name it. And if we're gonna, keep a lot of things going on, maybe former champ Trick Williams, since nothing's going on with him right now.
Very interesting. Now we'll go up and down this card, see what we got ahead of us tonight. Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards versus Eric Young and Steve Macklin. I honestly haven't been watching a lot of TNA. Yeah. I don't know where the momentum is. I'm going to go Young and Macklin, though.
I'll go the opposite. I'll go Myers and Edwards, even though I think they've been champs. Or are they champs now? Is this a tag title match?
No, it is not.
Good at that. Yeah, because they were champs at one point. So, but I'll go with Myers and Edwards. I know they've been a team for a while.
Very interesting match. Tessa Blanchard making her pay-per-view re-debut versus Jordan Grace. I think with everything around where Grace may be headed and just the fact that Tessa's coming back in, it's got to be Tessa's win tonight. Am I right?
I was going to say, get ready to be pissed off for the people who are upset that Tessa Blanchard's back because she's going over. That's my opinion, too. You didn't bring her back for no reason. So she's going over.
Very interesting match. Josh Alexander versus Mike Santana in an I Quit match. Love seeing an I Quit match added to the card.
Yeah. I'll go Santana. Alexander's been a real franchise player for TNA the last few years, but Mike Santana could probably use a real definitive win like this. And as a guy, I believe he's the babyface in this match, then I would say he should find a way to win.
Yeah, I don't want to see Alexander lose this, but the momentum that Santana's had, I feel like it's got to be him as well. We have a TNA Knockouts tag team title match, Spitfire versus Ash and Heather by Elegance.
Spitfire's been a great team. Since I've been watching this, I'll continue to support them, and we'll just see what happens.
You going with Spitfire?
I will.
All right. I'm going to go Ash and Heather by Elegance, just because I don't know entirely much about them. I know Ash and Heather are kind of like newer as far as I remember. Like I said,
Ash is
my TNA.
Ash was the Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke WWE. That I know.
And I didn't know who Heather by Elegance was, but I feel like they got this one. TNA X Division Championship match. Moose versus Ace Austin.
Moose is X Division champion, I believe, here right now. I'll say Moose is going to continue to reign supreme here.
All right, I'm going to go with Ace Austin. I like his high-flying nature. I just feel good about that. Okay, I was reading my handwriting here. It was a little messy. TNA Knockouts Championship match in a Clockwork Orange match. Masha Slamovich versus Rosemary. I hope they don't go full Clockwork Orange, but I mean, we could take like the cut that you could show on TV.
I'm going to go Masha Slamovich. She's worked hard in this position to get in here. I think she wins. She was even shown on NXT this week. So
I'm going to go with Rosemary. For me, it's hard to pick against Rosemary, although Masha does seem like the smart choice for this.
Get the momentum, I think.
Yep. And we got the TNA Tag Team Championship match. Hardys versus the Rascals. I like the Hardys. I want them to do well. But if you're putting them up against a team like the Rascals, how do the Rascals not win?
I gotta agree. I'll go on Rascals with you on this one.
And now I did our last TikTok live yesterday, and I don't know if somebody was trying to troll us, but they were saying they don't see the appeal in Joe Hendry. They find it to be a lame character. But you have Nick Nemeth versus Joe Hendry for the TNA Heavyweight Championship. I'm calling it for Joe Hendry tonight.
I agree. I'll just say this. I was listening to Wrestling Observer Live, and Filthy Tom Lawler was talking about the relationship with TNA and WWE, and he said he did feel that Joe Hendry's character has cooled a little bit because, not having the plug pulled on him yet, but they both agreed that could all change if he enters the Royal Rumble. I say he enters the Royal Rumble, but he enters the Royal Rumble as the TNA Heavyweight Champion. I'm going to add this to it. We've had TNA Knockouts champions the last 2 years at the Royal Rumble. We haven't had a men's champion yet. this will be the year.
Very interesting.
If you haven't tried Game Up, then you are missing out. Imagine your favorite seltzer and your favorite sports drink had a baby, but it's way better than that. Each can is 110 calories, low carb, 4.9 ABV. It's a nice light drink that is not light on flavor. Game Up comes in fruit punch, orange, lemon, lime, and grape. Pick it up at drinkgameup.com or at your nearest liquor store.